Hey, what's up, y'all? It's popping. It's D. Boss reacts to this vid by Playback. It's titled "Cancel Culture Doesn't Work on Women." Lord. Sure. I usually don't agree with them actually, but I still like to, watch different people who have different opinions. I don't think you should be limited to only watching people who agree with you. I think that just keeps you ignorant. It's healthy to get different viewpoints about the world, regardless of what they have to say. But yeah, let's see what bullshit they about to say. I was just joking. But yeah, let's see what they have to say in this video. Let's watch.
Now, this story upsets me, man. You know what upsets me?
What's that?
Because we don't play by the same metrics no more. And we let our biases run rampant and we never acknowledge them.
To be honest, I don't think cancel culture works on, I don't want to say anyone. Sometimes it does effectively work on people, but I feel like society is very forgetful, have very short attention spans. So someone might be canceled for 1 minute and then, people forget about them and move on, and then they reappear with something interesting or something that people like, and then people are like, oh, okay, and they don't care anymore. So I feel like this occurs with both men and women, but sure.
And it's a shame, bro. Because we done seen many niggas get accused of shit, turns out be in this exact same position Amber Heard is in, and turns out they're lying, and they lose every opportunity. She caused Johnny Depp millions of dollars. She lied on this nigga's name. Fuck the money. I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck about money. Niggas welcome. But it's about his reputation. It's about, like, the shit she done dragged him in. The niggas that probably cut him off because they believed the shit that she was saying. We all witnessed the trial. It was a very public affair. Boom, she's still in movies. And I know for a fact if it was the other way around, it would either take a very long time or that nigga would never see an opportunity this large again. For some reason, the Aquaman series is dedicated to have her on the show, to have her on the series as if like she's some prolific actor that can't be replaced.
I didn't even know she was in Aquaman.
She is.
Yeah. I'm saying she's such
and I refuse to watch him. I swear I'm not watching him. Like she didn't lie. Like she didn't blatantly lie about a nigga for years.
There's a bunch of like information that people are now trying to get out to like try to convince people like, oh, it just wasn't one-sided and da-da-da. Let me be completely clear. I am not naive enough to believe that in a relationship that it's just one way. It's definitely both parties have some influence in the outcome. The problem is, though, is that y'all were willing to cancel and take money away, defame Johnny Depp, and didn't go back and try to rehabilitate the relationship or any of the roles that he had once more information was
all
given.
Bullshit. Niggas wasn't, those same people weren't saying it's not only one story to the, one side to the story when she was spitting her side of the story. They wasn't saying that.
It's not that I'm of the belief that it's just one side or I just think she completely lied and everything he said is the truth. It's not that. There is no extremes to this. They both played a part. The problem is that you all decided before they even went to trial to completely disregard, try to dismantle everything that he built up throughout his career, and in the process of doing so, put a shield around her and everything she did. And it took a little bit of ounce of some questioning for them to put a pause on things, but here we are now, like not even a year removed from everything that happened, and she's already getting roles.
And look, I don't even think she shouldn't get the role. I just think I'm not gonna support that. But here's the issue for me: she didn't apologize. She didn't admit. She fought it in court. She argued her point. She didn't back down. All time. The only thing it's just time passed.
Yeah.
It's not like she apologized. There was some redemption there. There was nothing. She just. I know the other way around is not moving like that, bro. Yes. I know it's not, and it's that double standard, bro. That should be driving me crazy, and it's that bias. So when people sit there and pretend like there's a patriarchy and women are just entirely disadvantaged by the current system in America, I'm like, bro, you can't think of examples like this where if you flip the roles and he was lying.
I feel like it goes both ways, though. This gender war is so tired. Y'all ain't tired? When I say y'all, I'm talking about everybody who gets involved in these antics. It's like, y'all ain't tired of this. Both genders benefit in some ways that the other gender doesn't. But I don't agree with this at all. Like, for example, Will Smith slapped a nigga and he got so much backlash. If he comes out with a fire movie, nobody's gonna care. People are gonna forget about it. So, like I said, I feel like cancel culture isn't as effective as people may think it is. There have been many cases of people getting canceled and then people forgot about what they did. Doja Cat is another one. She's gotten canceled so many times. Like, but when she drop an album, people gonna be on her dick. So it's just like, I'm just. This gender war is tired.
And she lost millions of dollars and plenty of opportunities, and her reputation was defamed for years. You think if he didn't apologize, he didn't redeem himself in any way whatsoever, a year later he would still have roles on AAA films, on feature films? It's impossible.
And let's replay some of the things that she blatantly lied about. Not us jumping to conclusions, not us siding one way or another. Things that factually actually happened.
I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you. You are such a baby.
No
Grow the
sense.
fuck up, Johnny. I did start a physical fight.
You did. I was in fact taking a shower, and she came banging on the door, banging on the door, banging on the door. I couldn't deal with any more of that sarcastic, demeaning, aggressive, violent, toxic view. She kept banging, and I got out of the shower and I opened the bathroom door about that much so I could have a good hold on the door, and in case she tried to burst in. I was right, she did. I was pushing her all the weight on the door, trying to get in. I didn't want to let her in because she was not in the best of moods. So when I'm pushing the bathroom door, trying to close it, suddenly kind of yelled, she screamed out,
How she get rose? Her acting was terrible during this case.
Her foot had gotten caught under the door. I knelt down to have a look, and when I knelt down on my hands and knees to look at her foot to see the injury, she kicked the bathroom door into my head. So I was completely taken aback by such a corrosive, horrific move. At this point,
why are they looking like this?
What the fuck was that? The next move was just a bang and just clocked me in the jaw.
And all of these things are like, not only is she on tape recording about physically.
Obviously, I'm not laughing at the situation. I've already reacted to that, okay? I've already gave my opinion about it. I'm not fucking doing it again. Yes, she was trifling in that whole case. Yes, things came out that made her look terrible. But it's just like, whatever.
Altercation, he's walking out, and you can actively see this man being bodily harmed. Like, there's no question behind it.
Yeah, you can go back and look at the trial if you need all the evidence. Everything was laid out. A lot of it is proven factually. Some of it is he say, she say. But regardless, I just know if he was the one hurting her, and then he lied about it.
And then caught on voice recording, admitting that he actually did physically harm her. Then in the same instance, trying to downplay, like, oh, I wasn't that big of a deal. You're such a baby. I was just hitting you. It didn't even hurt you. It didn't even hurt you. Like, she's admitting it, but she's downplaying it, and then like she's openly acknowledging it.
And this is not true. There have been several. I'm gonna look it up before I close out this video. But I'm pretty sure I've reacted to shit about there being several men who have like blatantly abused women in more ways than one and continued on to be successful. So that's why I'm like rolling my eyes at the whole, oh, this doesn't work on women. It's not in regard to this whole case with Amber and Johnny. Just that blanket statement that, oh, women get away with murder and men could never, they don't get away with anything. I find that to be ridiculous and cap. So before I close this video out, I'm gonna find some proof because I'm pretty sure it's out there.
Come on, bro. It's not even the same realm of rules that we abide by, bro.
So if your true North Star is empathy and you want good in the world, then you would keep it equal. If someone did something fucked up, you would treat them the same way someone else did something fucked up. But the reality of this planet is people pick and choose when to apply their standards, depending on whether or not they like the person, whether or not they're relatable to the person. Like, there's plenty of examples in your life where you probably did the same thing. But when it's done by the legal system or by the people that have the ability to give brilliant opportunities, it's not like there's a lack of very star-studded, talented female stars. There's no lack of that at all. So she's not the only one that could complete this role. And she's not even a great actor. So she could 100% be replaced.
Yes.
I don't know, that shit is just mind-blowing.
Especially when it comes to the whole idea of like having a back
I've
and
never
forth
seen her in no
with
movie
men and women in
before,
terms
honestly.
of like
I saw her for the first time during
like
this
how
case.
we're supposed to take that serious. This is another example
I
of
didn't know
how
what this was.
it's never going to be taken serious on the side of women doing this to men. When every single time it occurs, not only did the actual person
Oh, poor
who's committing
man.
the
Oh,
crime
my God.
sitting there telling the man it's not that big of a a deal. It's fine. You didn't really get hurt. I didn't punch you. I was just hitting you. Like, actively admitting that she did it, but downplaying the impact of it. Because regardless if you got hurt or not, like, the lack of respect that you have with somebody, like, just repeatedly just assaulting someone is crazy. Like, right? So, like, it doesn't even matter if it hurts or not. That is just a crime in and of itself. That is a crime. And so the fact that that crime can be committed, and then she knows in her mind that it don't really matter because I'm a woman and you're a man. And matter of fact, it matters so little that I'm going to openly admit this to you and then continue to downplay it. And then that gets literally displayed to the entire world. And then y'all still say, she can have a roll back. She can have a roll back.
I mean, you can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and yes. I know it's a fair fight. And Steve, how many people believe or side with you? Steve, how many people believe or side with you?
It's like there's no amount of evidence I think that can convince those people. You can move off your bias, that's fine. But it just, you don't treat assault seriously.
You don't
only
at
treat
all.
it seriously when it's happening to somebody you think is a vulnerable person. But I would argue completely tarnishing a man's reputation and his opportunities. You put him in a very vulnerable situation. Vice versa is never happening. But that should get me tight. I'm not watching that series. I'm not watching the movies. I don't watch Aquaman just off the strength of that. I never watched him just off the strength of that. And I refuse to still to this point. I'm not going to say take it from the role. It's their money. Yeah. Like, the publishers are spending money on that film, and people are going to go decide to watch it. Like, everyone is participating in the creation
of a role.
I also agree.
But that's the other part. That's so crazy. It's almost as if like they're taking a stance on this. Like, we're going to take this stance of this insignificant role. Like, she could be replaced just like that, and nobody would really even remember what role she played in the first movie. But the fact that you're willing to keep her there, it's like you're taking a stance. You are taking a stance, and it's a horrible stance to take. You don't even have to come out with any type of actual report or claim or some type of acknowledgement of what's going on. You don't have to do none of that, bro. As soon as it was revealed that, and regardless of who you think won or lost, she could have actually won the trial. But as soon as it came out, it was revealed, and it was undeniable that she was physically assaulting a man in a relationship with this man, or just in general. But she should have lost it right there and there, regardless if she won the trial or not. But we know for a fact it's not consistent, bro. It's just not.
Yeah, as soon as the public backlash dies down a little bit and people aren't thinking about Amber Heard, Johnny Depp no more and all the lies she told, then we'll just give her the roll back. But let's wait it out a little bit. Let's do a little PR tactic. Let's wait it out, and that's what they did. So congratulations. I'm not watching the film. Let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Here's the thing. I actually do agree with what they're saying. I do think that domestic abuse against men should be taken more seriously. I do feel like it's typically swept under the rug, and people feel like, oh, you're a man, suck it up. Like, that's typically the sentiment. So men are kind of at a disadvantage when it comes to that. And I don't think that Amber Heard should be getting roles after what took place, because it appeared that she was way more in the wrong than Johnny was. And actually, after taking a couple minutes to look into this situation, it appears that the movie that they're referencing was actually filmed prior to the whole trial. So they went on this long tangent and made this whole video to prove how women are treated so much better. Because look, she got this role after the whole trial, when that's not even true. Like, this was all filmed prior to the trial. Like, come on. I fuck with Lowe and Agent, but it's like, come on. Y'all couldn't look this up prior to making this whole video about, how women are at an advantage. It's just wild. But yeah, I thought y'all should know that. But I do not like how they're trying to make it seem like men are victims. We would never get away with anything like this. Women are the ones, like, making this to be a gender thing. I feel like that's really tacky, and it just feeds this really toxic gender war unnecessarily, especially when it's inaccurate. Like, this is not even true. I did a very quick Google search. There have been so many actors who've been involved in domestic abuse cases, and they continue to get work to this day. They continue to be very well respected. Sean Penn hit his wife over the head with a fucking baseball bat. He actually went to jail. Amber didn't even go to jail. I don't know the details of the case like that, so I don't know why she didn't go to jail, or, what the situation is. Maybe they felt like it wasn't enough evidence. I don't know. But these actors that I'm mentioning, they actually went to jail. They, faced charges because it was proven without a doubt that they were beating their fucking wives. Sean Penn, Mel Gibson, he had a battery charge. Nicolas Cage, arrested for domestic battery. Terrence Howard, the list goes on. So there are so many actors, male actors, who have abused their wives, their girlfriends, actually went to jail, actually faced charges, criminal charges, and they continue to work to this day. They continue to get work. They continue to get fucking Grammys, not Grammys, what's that shit? Oscars, all type of awards and shit. So stop the victimization of men. I don't like that. And like I said, it just feeds this really ridiculous, unnecessary gender war that we have. Sure, talk about Amber and Johnny and say she does not deserve to work. What she did was wrong. I'm 1,000% with you on that. Talk about how abuse against men is not taken as seriously. I'm with you on that. I agree. But making this a gender thing and, well, women, y'all got the privilege that we don't. This never happens with men. Lies. Look it up. It's right there in your face. So that's what gets on my nerves. So that's what I was rolling my eyes at and just like, oh my God, oh, men are victims. That's what I'm talking about. It's not this particular case. I'm just saying in general, it's just not true. Men beat women as well. And people move on and act like nothing happened. So let's stop trying to make it seem like women are the only ones that are. It's just annoying. This is exhausting. People who feed this gender war, it's so exhausting. And it's really sad that a lot of, content creators and influencers, they just feed into this. I feel like a lot of them do it because they feel like this is what their audience wants to hear. So it's like, are you guys pandering to your audience because they fucking get off on this type of shit? There are a lot of incels and shit online that really get off on this gender war. And they're like, yeah, fuck these bitches and fuck women. And yeah, they got all the privilege and we're victims. And I feel like they're kind of pandering at this point because why would you say something so, so easy to disprove? I don't get it. I don't understand the gender war. I don't get it. I only see it on the internet. I am out a lot, okay, in LA County. I live in a very big city. I'm around a lot of different people, and I don't ever have conversations with men and women where they're, why do y'all do this? And women do that. I never have those conversations. It's so odd. This is chronically online, and it's sad. It's sad. It's real fucking unfortunate and sad. I'm over it, to be honest, but, sure. If this is what y'all, want niggas to keep talking about, I guess I'm going to keep reacting to the shit, but I'm going to keep giving my opinion on it as well in cap. I call cap, all right? So there's that. Anyway, that's my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!